Hello everyone, welcome back to my side of the internet. I'm Priscilla, and in this video we are going to be doing a very late what I'm going to read in December. You may be asking, Priscilla, why are you doing a super late video on what you're going to read in December? Why are you doing a late TBR video? Because it's December 18th. You can't see. It's December 18th. Why am I doing a late TBR video? Because my books did not come in till 2 days ago. So I have 2 weeks to read my TBR. I'm just kidding. I'm probably not going to read all of these in December, but most of them are short books, so I'll probably read 80%. Maybe this video should be called What I Meant to Read in December. This is what I meant to read in December. Let's start with book 1. Okay. Book 1 is Little Women. I'm already reading this. I've been reading this the first 2 weeks of December. How far have I gotten along? Not far at all. I'm on page 72. It's okay. I'm just going with the vibes. You know what I mean? I've been Christmas shopping. No excuse. I'm not saying it's an excuse. But what I am saying is I'm on page 72. Little Women is written by Louisa May Alcott, and it just follows the story of 5 little girls: Jo, Amy, Beth, Meg, and 4 girls. Not 5, 4. 4 girls. And it's their journey along, like, growing as little girls and becoming Little Women. And so far, I'm loving this book. There's so many Christian elements in this book. Like, the author mentions Pilgrim's Progress, and I read Pilgrim's Progress. It was such an honorable read. I feel like 2025, that was the most honorable book I've read this year. But so this is kind of historical fiction because it is set during a war. I don't know what war. I don't know. I'm just here for the vibes, but it's set during war, and their parents are, well, the girl's dad is gone, so the mom is kind of like raising them on their own, and the girls, it's different now, because now some of the girls have work, and they work a job, not really a job, but they do things to make money to help their mom, and it's just such a lovely story. Yeah, I love it so much already, and I honestly was a little scared reading this book because it was published in like the late 1800s, and I was like, if this is something just like Pride and Prejudice, I felt like when I read Pride and Prejudice, I like deconstructed brain cells and I regrew them. It's like Pride and Prejudice was like genuinely a difficult book to understand because of the language, so I was a little nervous thinking Louisa May Alcott's writing was going to be very similar to Jane Austen because they're both in the 1800s, but it's not. It's very easy to read, very, very easy. I think this will be the biggest book I'll read by far. It's 500 pages, so pray for me. But it's easy to read. I feel like Pride and Prejudice felt like it was 500 pages, even though it was 300. But the second book we have is A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. I snagged me this copy for $10. Isn't it so lovely? Okay, so A Christmas Carol, we follow, I've never seen the movie. I've mentioned this in my videos before. I will not watch movies if I know they're came from books. I feel like I'm cheating. I don't know, but A Christmas Carol, we follow a man named Scrooge who is a miserable man, and some stuff happened to him, and he gets visited by a ghost that teach him the spirit of Christmas, and he eventually learns to embrace Christmas. So I've never seen the movie. I don't even know what the movie's about. I just know A Christmas Carol is a Christmas classic. So that's why I chose to read this book, or to get this book on my TBR. I honestly feel like this month, because I got all these books so late into the month, I'll probably read them coinciding with Little Women. And I also forgot to mention, Little Women is set in the winter, so I feel like a perfect winter, December, January read. But I will be reading these books alongside Little Women probably, because I don't read 2 books at the same time. I like reading 1 book at a time. I've always been like that. I don't know. The next book I have in my December TBR is The Box of Delights by John Masefield. So this book is about a young man named Kay Harker who receives a magical box where he can travel through time, and he ends up going on an adventure where he saves Christmas. So this was published in 1934, and it is technically a fantasy. So I thought this was a great Christmas book. I mean, it's literally set in Christmas. Winter Solstice by Rosamunde Pilcher. You guys, are you looking at this? Because I'm looking at it. 600 pages. I didn't know it was 600 pages. I ordered this from a recommendation I saw on YouTube. So I was like, oh my gosh, I heard this is a great Christmas book. People were saying that they read this every single winter, especially during Christmas, but it's not like exclusively a Christmas book. Just kidding, yes it is. I just remembered it is a Christmas book. I did not know it was gonna be 600 pages, but I love a challenge. I don't think it'll be a hard read at all, but this book follows 5 lonely strangers, and they all find themselves in this unexpected place where they're now a family. And it's set in Christmas in the Scottish countryside, so I'm very curious. I honestly didn't know much about this book. I just knew that it's an older book. I think it was published in like 19 something. No, it's not. It was published in the 2000s. So, but people say that they read this book every single year, so I was like, okay, if it's one of those Christmas classics, I would love to know about it. I'd love to read it. So there's this, and then the last book we have in my December TBR is The Vanderbeekers of 141st Street. This is set in, it's a children's book. It is set in Harlem, and it's about a multiracial family who is trying to convince their landlord not to evict them before Christmas. I heard so many good things about this book. You may probably be asking, Priscilla, how did you get your December TBR? I literally watched a 20-second short, and I ordered all the books that were in the short. So, I just think this is just a good set for this year. I honestly got back into reading this year. I typically read nonfiction, finance, business books, but specifically recently I started reconnecting back to like my more fiction side of me. I feel like I've kind of had enough of nonfiction. I read nonfiction finance for years, and I'm just kind of over it. Not that I'm over it, not that I'm opposed to reading nonfiction finance books again, but this is the first year where I'm actually reading Christmas books, and I'm really excited about it. To recap our December TBR, I have Little Women by Louisa May Alcott, A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, A Box of Delights by John Masefield, Winter Solstice by Rosamunde Pilcher, The Vanderbeekers of 141st Street. So yeah, we'll see what I get through in the next 2.5 weeks. Alright, thank you guys for tuning into this video, and just a reminder that Jesus loves you, and if you're having a hard time reading, just remember to turn the page.